Welcome to Tarot and Chill. My name's Nisha, and this is a pick a card reading to find out what will happen with. You can ask about any situation you want. I've got 8 groups for you to choose from today. Group 1 is the Amethyst. Group 2 is the Rose Quartz. Group 3 is the Clear Quartz. Group 4 is the Green Topaz. Group 5 is the Red Jasper. Group 6 is the Jade. Group 7 is the Orange Calcite. And Group 8 is the Tiger's Eye. Please pause the video now if you need to take a moment to make your choice. Otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. All the timestamps will be in the description box below. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment. That really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm so more people can see this. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in your reading. This is your reading if you chose the Amethyst. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages, and you have straightforwards, flying, fairness, staying. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have illumination, from the Elemental Oracle, you have mountain, clarity, from the Light Seer's Tarot, you have the Page of Pentacles and strength. From the Modern Witch Tarot, you have the Three of Swords and the Hermit reversed. And then from the Mystic Monday's Tarot, you have the Emperor and the World. It feels like there's going to be some clarity, some information that comes to you, and I feel like it's not going to come from you researching and from you going looking for it, but rather from a conversation with someone else. It might come from somebody else revealing the truth. And also I'm seeing it might just come from spirit, like you just have to rest and all the answers will come to you. And I am seeing there are like a lot of things to know that will be revealed to you, that you will understand. And yeah, it feels like things will be more easy and straightforwards going forwards. With flying as well, it feels like a lot of forward movement can be made very quickly. And with regards to information being revealed, it might be things, I feel like things that were hidden to you that you kind of need to know, that it's been unfair that you didn't know, and some of this stuff might be quite painful. It might be quite upsetting to know some of this stuff, but I feel like it will really help you going forwards. I'm also seeing potential for like really real conversations to create less loneliness and more connection. Maybe this is you speaking more of your mind to people and being able to connect with them more, or maybe somebody else speaking the truth to you. And it might help you to come out of a place of being very alone, or it might help to reconnect within a relationship where there's been distance. But yeah, I do feel like you might get some closure on a situation. There's a sense of something wrapping up, being wrapped up. It might be a situation that has been really difficult for you. I'm also seeing there might be a work opportunity or like a monetary opportunity to come from this. A kind of new plan that might be revealed to you through rest, maybe just peace and quiet. You might get a new plan come to you. But I'm also seeing potential for some of you, there might be like conflict within a relationship that you're asking about, and I feel like if the truth comes out and if everything is illuminated. There might be a potential to stay in this relationship and make it more fair and to keep the connection. But it feels like something new beginning, as well as something ending, a completion to a cycle and a new beginning. I feel like someone's taking control within this situation. It might be you, it might be somebody else. I am seeing like someone's feelings might be hurt by the truth, but it will kind of help, I'm seeing. It will help to reduce, I'm feeling like reduce isolation, reduce loneliness, reduce confusion, and bring clarity and illumination, and certainty and confidence. In general, I do feel like there's an increase of confidence coming in this situation, and like a blending of opposites, people coming together despite differences. So strong potential to heal from arguments, resolve conflicts, to wrap up the conflict and move forwards. There might be a kind of struggle, difficult situation that you might have to deal with, and it might take a lot out of you. It might take a lot of strength. It might make you angry at times. There might be quite a lot of upsetting things to deal with. There might be some disappointments. I also feel like getting less alone time eventually. Like you might get a time of peace and rest where clarity comes to you, but then you might get less alone time. So it might be like time to rest before a new beginning. With flying as well in the world, you might find there's some travel that happens as a result of this. Potential not for everyone, but for some of you guys it could result in traveling or moving, going somewhere quite far away. And I'm strongly seeing like potential to, if you're asking about a material question, if you're asking about something to do with work or money, I feel like you'll really be able to get on top of it. It seems like something new that is very stable and secure. That could apply to a relationship as well, where the energy being put into it makes it more stable and secure. But I do feel like the answers are going to come, and it might be a bit upsetting for you, but you don't have to go looking for them. You don't have to seek them out. It feels like they will come to you. And I'm also seeing like you'll have what you need. You'll feel more secure. There's a sense of more security, more fairness, more understanding. It feels overall positive, whatever you're asking about, but I do feel like there's some conversations to be had where some quite negative things might need to be aired. But there's also a sense of people coming together, and there might be people coming together through difficult times, I'm seeing. Yeah, there's a strong potential for reconnecting, healing within relationships, but also breaking up. But it feels like if you do break up with someone, or if you do detach from somebody, I feel like there'll be other people, or it might help you to come out of a period of isolation in some weird way. And it might help you to feel more secure. I feel like whatever happens, you'll be feeling more secure and more on top of your situation and more understanding of things, and like things are more in the right place, things are complete. Even if there is some painful stuff to know, I feel like you guys can handle it, or whoever needs to know the painful information can handle it. Although if it is you like needing to tell the truth to somebody, there's a need to be gentle with it. There's a need to be very loving and caring and careful. I feel like if somebody does reveal hurtful information to you, they will do it in a very gentle, caring way. But yeah, I feel like you're going to get some information, some clarity, some peace, some rest, an opportunity for more stability, perhaps a new beginning on a material level, perhaps a new house, perhaps moving, maybe money coming in for you guys, or something. There's a sense of something growing. And it might take quite a long time, and there might be some painful things to kind of eliminate. But I'm also seeing people coming together despite pain. A need to have a very honest conversation. A need to come out of a time of loneliness and back out into the world. And I'm seeing that that will happen. Whoever's involved in this situation, they'll manage to come out of a place of pain. Once it's kind of revealed, I feel like, once they've been able to get clarity and understanding and closure on that, I feel like they'll be able to come out of a period of isolation and feel much more in control. And like they found the right place in the world and like they've got their confidence back. So yeah, really interesting reading group 1. I really hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here, I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the rose quartz. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages, and you have resting. Flavor. Treasure. Cake. Patience. And strain. Interesting. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have embracing. From the Elemental Oracle, you have sun, light. From the Light Seer's Tarot, you have the 8 of Cups. The 3 of Wands. From the Modern Witch Tarot, you have the Emperor. And the 6 of Wands. And then from the Mystic Monday's Tarot, you have the 9 of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords. Well, this is going to lead to people coming together. And I feel like people will come together for a very interesting, illuminating conversation. And it feels like a nice time to be had, like a time to treasure. But then I'm seeing somebody might leave it behind. Maybe not permanently, but temporarily, potentially. It could be permanent as well. I'm seeing there's like something new to look forward to in the future. So this situation involves maybe not the embracing and the connection first and then leaving a situation behind, but leaving a situation behind, walking away from something to look and see what else is out there. And it feels like there is something brighter on the horizon. With patience, with waiting, it feels like it's time to rest and wait, and then something to treasure will come. I'm seeing independence will lead to success, so I do feel for some of you, you might leave a relationship or a connection to be independently focused on your own goals. And there'll be a lot of success with that. There'll be a lot of success with whatever you're working on, whatever you're asking about. But yeah, it does feel like independence is the way to success. It feels like, for some of you guys, you might be asking about a personal project or a goal, and it feels like you will connect with other people through doing this thing, but it's like it's your thing. Ultimately, you're the one responsible for it. And your journey is your journey, is what I'm feeling. It's like a very independent, personal journey. You might be traveling alone, you might be traveling somewhere. You might have to go quite a distance. You might have to go quite a long way. You might be invited to a celebration or an event or something that you have to travel to. But yeah, I'm seeing with regards to like a plan that you have, there's a point of success that's going to be reached. If someone's asking about what will happen with this plan, it feels very successful. Likewise, if you're asking about travel, it's going to go very well. There's a need to be very smart and again, independent, very determined to stay on top of things. And to also, be patient, to make sacrifices, to leave certain things behind. But it feels like there's a lot of potential for the future. The future looks very bright with whatever you're asking about. I feel like it's going to lead to a lot of financial abundance, material success. I feel like for some of you guys, fame or clout, if you're doing something with social media, with the 3 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. Especially if you're doing like a business or something, I feel like you might be able to make something quite significant or do something quite significant. Make significant progress. From your own mind, it feels like a very good decision. I feel like there'll be some time to relax and rest with what you're asking about, but also a lot of hard work needed. It's like with Spirit saying strain, there's certain times where it might be a bit of a strain. I'm feeling like there might be a need to cut back at times, and then there might be abundance later. But it feels like there's a lot to treasure, and with Spirit saying flavor, it feels like it's very interesting, like there's a lot happening. With cake, there's definitely some kind of celebration or success happening as a result of this, and I feel like really good moments of connection with people. It's very positive, whatever you're asking about. I feel like you might need to leave some things behind and kind of go into the unknown. It might be quite a risk that you're asking about. And it does feel like it will take a while to pay off, but when it does pay off, it will be very satisfying is what I'm seeing, because it does feel like it's your thing. Feels like it's a very independent thing that's going to take a lot of your hard work. I'm seeing it will be very impressive to other people, and I feel like what you're working on independently will kind of connect you to other people. There's also a sense of doing something for love, doing something for passion, and really, I feel like if you have a plan for something, it's the case of really throwing yourself at it. Like leaving everything behind to embrace this thing and put your all into it. And it feels like it will pay off. I feel like it will pay off both in terms of satisfaction, personal growth, and also material rewards. It feels like whatever you're asking about is going to be very under control. And also very sweet. I'm hearing the word sweet. Perfect, I'm hearing. Satisfying, I keep hearing. So yeah, it's really good reading. It feels like you will get to connect with some people. Share, I feel like, with some people. I'm seeing passion, I'm seeing excitement, I'm seeing love, friendship. There is a need to leave some things behind. Might be like a temporary leaving or going somewhere else, maybe traveling. Maybe quite a long distance to travel. But it feels like this will lead to taking control of quite a lot of things, a lot of success. And an increase of financial abundance. But yeah, there is a need to be smart, there's a need to be independent, and there is a need to be very patient. But I hope you enjoyed that, guys. This was a really nice reading. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here, I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the clear quartz. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages, and you have playtime. Fair pay. Happy. getting something you want. Caring. Fine presence. And stress. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have love. From the Elemental Oracle, you have East, beginnings. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Nine of Pentacles. And Judgment. From the Moon Witch Tarot, you have Strength. And the Five of Pentacles. And then from the Mystic Mondays Tarot, you have Justice. And the Empress. Very interesting energy. Well, it feels like there's a lot of abundance in this situation and a lot of material pleasures, like the rewards of the material world with the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress, and then Spirit saying, fine presence. It feels like, and getting something you want, it feels like materially you will get blessings. I'm seeing you'll get to be in a comfortable environment, like a lovely, comfortable home, having enough food, having all of your needs met. I'm also seeing a kind of glow up, and I'm seeing an increase of finances with fair pay there. And there's a sense of things maybe being quite difficult at certain times. But I feel like you will get, eventually you will get fairness, you'll get fair pay, particularly fair money, after a time of financial difficulty, financial hardship. And it feels like there is a need to be patient. And there's also a need for, I feel like, self-transformation. There's a need to make changes to become the person you kind of know you're meant to be. I feel like there is a transformation happening, like this glow-up thing that I'm seeing. It's very significant. It's not just physical, it's coming from within, but it's like it's being reflected in your appearance. And I feel like also your environment is going to show the changes that you're making within. What I'm seeing is you're like birthing a new version of yourself, and the new version of yourself is creating a new reality for you. And I'm seeing there's someone there with you, with love and strength and the Five of Pentacles and caring. I do see there's someone with you, someone by your side. So if you are going through any difficulties, I don't feel that you'll be alone. I feel that there's someone with you, taking care of you, helping you, supporting you. But you might be going through some stress together. But yeah, this reading is showing that it won't last. The stress won't last that long. Things will turn out the way they're meant to. And I feel like the reason things are going to turn out the way that they're meant to is because you guys are doing what you're meant to do. And I feel like you're doing it with joy. No matter how hard things get, it feels like you're still happy to do what you know you're meant to be doing. To create this new reality for yourself. I feel like for some of you guys, this is new love that's coming in. You may not have this person with you yet. Some of you guys, you might. With beginnings and love. But even if it's not a new relationship, I do see new beginnings coming for you. And it feels very positive after a period of stress and financial hardship and maybe having quite a few challenges to deal with and quite a few changes to deal with. And you will have to be strong through this time of pressure. But no matter what, it does feel like there's somebody who cares about you, somebody who loves you with you. And I feel like you'll be able to find ways to be happy, to be able to enjoy the waiting, to be able to enjoy what you have, to be able to make the most of what you have. It feels like you guys are very resourceful. And yeah, like really doing the right things. And when I say doing the right things, it's not just according to society and what is good in the material world, what is right in the material world. It's a very spiritual thing. The energy I'm seeing is that you guys, you act like you're always being watched by spirit, like every moment. You're always thinking, is this actually fair? Is this actually right, what I'm doing? Is this actually good? And I'm seeing you guys never slipping up from that. You're always being very caring. Always caring. Even when you're having the hardest time you possibly could be, you still don't become toxic. You don't become negative. You still stay focused on your higher goals. And that is going to lead to, first of all, it's leading to you being, I feel like already you're able to find this happiness within you. Maybe because of a specific person in your life, maybe because of spirit, maybe just because you know about the kind of transcendence that's happening within you, the transformation that's happening within you. I feel like that's giving you joy throughout the hard moments. And I'm also seeing that you're finding like fun things and material things to enjoy. Even in the dark moments, you're able to adjust your attitude to focus on what is good rather than what is bad. And it feels like when there are opportunities, you guys will see them and take them. And that will lead to a lot more abundance and being able to relax, especially financially. I feel like it's going to be really good for you to be able to relax for you and your person if you have someone with you already. I also feel like for some of you guys, you might end up starting a family with your person. If you're already with someone, you might end up getting married. The Justice and the Empress here. And I'm seeing making your home very nice, making yourself more beautiful, just making, like inside and out, making yourself more beautiful and also strengthening a relationship. Maybe a relationship being strengthened from hard times, but then it's like you and your person, you've been through the hard times together, been through the stress together, and then you get to enjoy the abundance together, the celebration, the success. It feels like this is right, like what you're asking about, it's all right, everything is going the way it's meant to, and it might not feel like it maybe right now, but it does feel like you have spirit with you and you're doing the right things. So just keep going, keep doing what you know is right. And I feel like keep trying to be resourceful and save your money and put your money in the right places and make the sacrifices you know you need to. And stay focused on the love. And I feel like you guys are really creating a new beginning. Whatever this situation is creating a new beginning with a lot more fun, a lot more playtime, stress that is eventually going to be eased and replaced with relaxation and fairness, particularly with regards to money. So I really hope you enjoyed that, guys. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment. That really helps me out with YouTube's algorithm. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This is your reading if you chose the green topaz. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages and you have struggle, testing, friend, gain, plenty. That was very nice. Pay. So yeah, it feels like an increase of money, of resources, maybe after a struggle. You have fair. Something to work on. And caution. Yeah, so definitely some challenges as well as opportunities in this situation. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have relaxation. I'm seeing you don't have to worry. From the Elemental Oracle, you have pressure, transformation. Makes sense. From the Light Seer's Tarot, you have the Queen of Wands. It's very nice. And the Empress. From the Modern Witch Tarot, you have the Seven of Wands. And the Knight of Cups. Then from the Mystic Mondays Tarot, you have the King of Swords and the Hanged Woman. Yeah, it feels like this is something that's a struggle with the Seven of Wands being here, and it feels like it's something that will put you in a difficult situation. A situation that might involve a lot of hard work and pressure. But it does feel like there's also a lot of success to be had in this situation, and it kind of feels like you might be taking a calculated risk with something. So Spirit's saying be cautious, because it does feel like you're in quite a temperamental, cautious kind of position where the wrong move would put you in a very bad place. But it also feels like the right move and the right amount of effort has the potential to really pay off. I'm seeing there's something developing that's going to lead to a lot of success. There's something that's like certain now. You've been putting so much work into it that it feels like it is going to pay off. And I feel like for some of you guys, it might be a material project that's going to lead to money, gain, financial gain, and plenty of it. But it might be that in the time that you're getting to that place, while you're waiting for this to grow, because it's like it's something that's already on the way, but there's not much more you can do right now except wait. And you're in quite a difficult situation to be waiting in, is what I'm seeing. The wait is going to be uncomfortable. But I am seeing you being guided by your feelings. And I'm also seeing that a friend will come with the Knight of Cups there. This person might be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of other signs, so I feel like Pisces is the strongest, but yeah, it could be anyone, so please don't focus on that. But yeah, I am seeing a friend to come and maybe a time to relax while you're kind of waiting for things to pay off. But at the same time, you might not always be able to relax. Like you might have certain times where pressure forces you to do things, forces you forwards, forces things to be stressful. I'm seeing like constant stresses that come up and then you're able to relax and then you're chilling for a bit, relaxing for a bit, and then stresses come up again. But ultimately it feels like what you're asking about is going to pay off. It feels like you can handle the pressure. It feels like you're going to thrive off the pressure, if anything. It might feel really uncomfortable, but I feel like it's actually creating a lot of positive change for you. I feel like you're really mastering your situation. I feel like you guys are going to be very successful with what you're doing. With your work, I'm seeing. But yeah, it might test you at times. And Spirit might be testing you to see if you really want it by putting you under a lot of pressure and making things really difficult. To see if your feelings still guide you forwards, if you still want to do it. Even when it becomes really stressful. And I'm seeing there might be a need to test out different things. To see what works, to see what doesn't work. With something to work on and testing, it might be that it's like a trial and error kind of approach. There might be certain things that you're not doing the best. Or maybe certain things that happen that kind of go a bit wrong. There's like a learning curve with something. It does feel like anything that goes wrong can be kind of fixed and made up for. I feel like you will make it out of the difficult situation. You will deal with the pressure the right way and reach a place where you can relax. But yeah, it might test you very greatly. I do feel like that through the testing you will really succeed. You'll really come a long way. It feels very blessed, whatever you're asking about, but just quite a struggle is what I'm seeing. It's not easy going, it's not straightforward. It's something where you have to be consciously ready, I'm seeing, like prepared for anything that might happen. Alert, on guard, ready to fight for what you want is what I'm seeing. And you will be tested to see how much you want it. But if you do resist all the pressure and manage to stay in this kind of difficult situation despite anything happening around you, if you can manage to relax and just stay focused on what you're working on, keep trying different things, keep fixing and correcting what you're doing until it works, then I'm seeing a lot of success for you. But I also feel like making friends and just having a nice time. So it feels really good overall. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below if you did. And leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the red Jasper. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages, and you have perfect. How badly do you want? Sturdy. Careful. Staring. And car. Some of you might be asking about a car or like a purchase of something, and it feels pretty good, but it seems like you're being asked to be careful. Maybe it's expensive or something. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have diligence. From the Elemental Oracle, you have breath, life. From the Light Seer's Tarot, you have the Tower reversed. And the Two of Swords reversed. It's very interesting. From the Modern Witch Tarot, you have the Devil. And the Four of Swords. From the Modern Witch Tarot, you have the Five of Wands. And the Princess of Swords. Well, this does seem very stressful, this situation. And Spirit says careful. But I do feel like you can manage as long as you stay paying attention. You might have to be very cautious and, yeah, diligent. But I do see some pause to a stress or headache eventually, but it feels like quite a lot of effort is needed to kind of resolve the situation. And there might be some things that kind of hang on. You might take some action to try and avoid some problem. But there might be some indecision and like delay. Things might take quite a while. I'm seeing like there might be a lot of people involved in the situation and people want different things. And nobody's agreeing. But it feels like eventually there can be a kind of truce, but there might be some anger involved in the situation and unhealthy attachments to other people. Maybe some toxic people, some negative people I'm seeing to get away from. There might be an end to a relationship with some toxic people. You might decide to leave them behind. Or there might be somebody toxic involved in the situation to be careful of. I'm also seeing potential for, like with car and how badly do you want, I feel like there's a sense of maybe materialism, greed, desire. There might be a need to think about it more, to kind of pause. I'm feeling a pause to a situation. Maybe to avoid a disaster, to avoid something going very wrong. It feels like in this situation there is an avoidance to like breakdowns. I feel like if you are asking about a car, it feels like it will stop breaking down. I'm seeing. But it might need like a rest maybe. I don't know if you've been like over driving your car and it's like about to break down. That's probably just for someone specific. But there's a sense of a situation being saved with some effort, but it might be that there's a lot of conflict in the situation. And it might be quite a headache at times, I'm seeing. Maybe the other people involved in the situation are a headache. And I'm seeing you might want one thing and the other people involved want something else, and they're kind of trying to pull you back to something. You might need some time alone and away from people to kind of clear your head and figure out what you want. I am seeing arguments, But I do feel like there can be a truce with arguments, and I feel like a conversation can resolve them. There's also a sense of hostility with staring there, and careful. And I'm not sure if it's like attracting negative attention, something. But also it could be positive attention, and maybe it's just... yeah, maybe there's just something else to be careful of. With perfect, it does feel like something's good, something is perfect. But yeah, it might be a sense of something maybe that you really want that's maybe not as good for you. But I'm also seeing a sense of something that you want that is kind of perfect, it's built to last, but it just might need caution and diligence to make it a success. There might be a need to travel or go somewhere in this situation. There might be a journey with car as well. A car journey. And I'm also seeing rest, a need to rest. And yeah, like a need for a break from toxic people and toxic situations, a need for some time out, a need for some alone time. And I'm seeing indecision, but also trying to fix indecision, trying to kind of find clarity and resolve conflicts, resolve indecision, reach a point of understanding. But it feels like a struggle. And it does feel like you have to constantly be monitoring this situation to make sure nothing goes wrong. It feels like things are kind of on the brink of going wrong and you can correct it and fix it, but it just might be very exhausting. There's also a sense of things being guided or moving in the right direction, moving forwards and kind of seeing more possibilities. Communication I'm seeing is very important. I feel like problems can be resolved, arguments can be resolved with communication. But there might be some like shocks that you have to deal with and you might not feel prepared to deal with them, I'm seeing. You might find that it makes you a bit depressed at times, certain things that you have to deal with, but I feel like there's just a need to be very alert, to be very smart, and you'll be fine. But yeah, I'm seeing like a sense of being pulled in different directions, and this one's a bit difficult to interpret. It feels like some time out is needed to think and just need to stay on top of things very carefully, but there is something very good with perfect and sturdy. I feel like there's something that will last in the situation, that won't be able to be shaken or broken. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that group 5. Please let me know in the comments and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below. Subscribe if you're new here, I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Jade. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages and you have train. So there might be a journey involved in this situation or a need to learn. You also have sugar, hate, credit, house, and whole. Interesting. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have leadership. From the Elemental Oracle, you have ice, purity. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Magician. And death, rebirth. From the Modern Witch Tarot, you have the King of Swords. And the King of Wands. And the Queen of Swords, very interesting. So there might be a lot of people involved in this situation. It also could be a very serious situation I'm seeing. From the Mystic Mondays tarot, you have the Eight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. I'm not sure if some of you are thinking about a move, like you're asking about a house move, and I'm seeing if you're like going to see a place and you're asking what will happen, it might be a hole, like it might be really small and unpleasant is the kind of vibe I'm getting, like cramped. And it might be best to leave that opportunity and find a different one. I feel like if you are house hunting, it might be that the one you're looking at is not good and you'll have to wait for another one and it might be really stressful. I also feel like you guys might not like what happens with hate. And I'm also seeing you might have a hater. You might have someone like unpleasant trying to interfere with your situation. And it might be someone you've kind of frozen out who's trying to like interfere with you, interfere with your situation. As I was saying, there does seem to be a journey with train and the Eight of Cups. You might have to go somewhere. You might have to wait quite a long time for the train, if you do get a train somewhere. And it might be in relation to something that's quite significant, like a significant, serious situation, like maybe you are buying a house, or maybe something else serious involving other people. It could be a legal thing, it could be like a court case. I'm seeing there might be someone like focused on someone else with a lot of hate, like intense hate. And I feel like the other person might not be really noticing or caring, but one person might be just like really hatefully trying to interfere, but not really having much power. But it feels like there's a lot of love in the situation as well. There might be a need to leave hateful, negative people behind. There might be some kind of gossip or third-party situation involved. And someone might need to turn their back on it, to leave it behind, to kind of create their own reality, to get out of a hole is what I'm seeing. Yeah, I am seeing like a need to leave things behind and create something new with death and rebirth and the Ace of Cups and Eight of Cups. And it might be a relationship or many relationships with friends and other people, toxic people. But I'm seeing that you have a lot of power. There is a lot of power in this situation. There's a lot of potential to create something. There is a new beginning being formed, and it feels like it is quite difficult, quite challenging, quite unpleasant at times, but there is some sweetness to be had with sugar. And with house, some of you guys, you might be moving house or getting a new house, and you might have to wait a long time for the right place. You might have to kind of stay where you are until you find the right place. But yeah, I'm seeing you guys can take charge of this situation. Or if it's not you you're asking about, I feel like someone else will take charge. Someone is a kind of leader and very powerful. There might be a need to ask advice in this situation. There might be someone very powerful to ask advice from. You might have to wait quite a while for their response, I'm seeing. It does seem quite serious, this situation. You might have got yourself into a hole, maybe with credit, maybe with debt. There might be a need to ask for like financial advice or ask for help or find a way to clear it and start again. You might need to take a lot of action to do that. You might need to increase your credit, maybe, to get out of a situation. I'm seeing it's like there's a need for pause, but also movement. So it might be that if, like, say you have got debt, you might need to take action to create more money and also to freeze spending in other areas, kind of thing. To maybe freeze the credit cards so you can't spend any more on it or something. I feel like whatever the situation is that you're asking about, you have a lot of control to make changes, a lot of power to make changes, and it does feel like very significant change is needed, and for a lot of you it might be leaving people or situations behind, maybe moving house. leaving a house and getting a new house. I'm also seeing someone might be digging themselves into a hole. Someone else around you. There might be a need to freeze somebody out who is a hater. But it feels like whatever's left behind, there'll be something new, better to replace it. Like if you have to leave people behind, I feel like there'll be other sweet people around. I'm feeling like a conflict or a tension between people. And there's a need to kind of overcome it. There's a need not to pay attention. The vibe I'm getting is like you or someone else is just like focused on yourself, focused straight ahead. And there's somebody else who's like angry and focused on you instead of what they're doing. And like putting all their energy into being hateful towards you. Or maybe this is you. If this is you, then stop that. Because it's not going to benefit your life in any way and it's not doing any harm to the other person. So stop it. Spirit does not condone that. But yeah, I feel like for most of you, you're just minding your business, staying focused on your own success. And there might be somebody else kind of watching you with anger. Especially if you are getting credit for something that you've done. Maybe you've done something really amazing and it's creating a big transformation in your life. And maybe you're like the leader in your field or something, and maybe someone else is not liking that so much. It might be someone who's like a colleague at the moment. Someone who you kind of work with or consider your friend, and you might have to leave them behind and find some new people. But I do see new friends and sweetness coming in, maybe a new house for some of you guys, maybe a new job, or just like a new stage of your career where you're more of an expert. I'm seeing a lot of success, but it's like you have to wait a long time for it and you have to be very smart and very focused, no matter what. And I'm seeing a need to not get distracted by emotional situations. Because there is a need to leave some people or things behind, and it might be quite difficult. But there is a new beginning being created, and I feel like you're creating this new beginning. And it feels like it's going very well for you, but there just might be some other little problems to get out of. And yeah, there might be like a kind of hole to escape from. You might be in a hole currently, like kind of frozen, feeling of like being stuck. And it feels like you need a lot of determination to get out of that. But there is something new coming. There's like a new opportunity coming when something else is left behind. So I really hope you enjoyed that group 6. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below if you did. And leave me a comment to let me know how that resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the orange calcite. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages, and you have crazy, strange, stressful, stupid. Wow, Spirit's being savage today. And training. I don't know if some of you guys, you're having to train or learn some new skills and it just might be really badly organized, really stressful or something like that. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have courage. Definitely a need to be very brave with this situation, guys. From the Elemental Oracle, you have desert, solitariness. And also to be very independent, I'm seeing. And then you have voice, speaking your word. You also might need to speak up about some things that are really like stupid. Like say if you are doing something and it's badly organized and it's just like unnecessarily stressful, you might have to speak up about that. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the King of Swords. And the Page of Swords. I am seeing strong learning new skills coming through. And that it might be very stressful, it might be very difficult, it might be very high-level stuff that you're learning. From the Modern Witch Tarot, you have the Nine of Cups and the Four of Wands. I'm seeing success anyway. And then from the Mystic Mondays Tarot, you have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Wow. So yeah, very stressful, I'm seeing, and a lot of changes involved in this situation. Changes on an emotional level and also on a material level. And I feel like you're going to have to change your thinking. You're going to have to think in different ways. You're going to get a lot of time out to think, to reflect. And I am seeing strong study, learning, increasing your knowledge in an area to be able to take you further. There might be a need for more study before you can succeed, I'm seeing. Some of you guys, you're not at the level of expertise that you need, and you need to train more. And you might be disappointed by how long this is going to take for you. I'm seeing there might be a lack, like a material lack, a lack of resources. There might be celebration involved, maybe like coming together with other people and a sense of satisfaction, but it might not lead to material success, I'm seeing. This might be something that only leads to like personal happiness, personal sense of gain. I'm seeing there's a sense of community being built and sharing, but also a kind of selfishness and maybe being closed off. Maybe I'm seeing someone might have a bit of an ego in the situation. Someone might be very unwilling to compromise. I am seeing like relationships forming, but they might not last very long. In this situation, there might be a need to be alone. It might be more successful to be independent, but you might have more joy with other people. In the situation, there might be an opportunity, for example, if you are like starting a new job, I feel like you will make some new friends. And I feel like it would be something that looked good on paper, but you might end up not liking it. You might end up feeling very disappointed and leaving. You might feel like it's too stressful, too tough. You might feel stupid, maybe. If you're trying to learn something that's very difficult, you might not be able to master it. And it might lead you to feeling inadequate. I'm seeing this might be you trying to achieve something that's maybe a bit crazy. Maybe something that you have to be really brave to do, and it might be outside of your level of understanding and knowledge at present. This might be something strange that you're asking about, something really weird and crazy. It might be a crazy idea that you have that you're asking about, and it might be something that's not really going to take off, but might be a nice idea. I do feel there is success. There's like something that's very satisfying about this situation, and it might be learning new things that's very satisfying and sharing that information with others. I'm seeing. I feel like that's where the satisfaction in this situation comes from. It's like very personal thing. I'm seeing really great conversations happening and like meeting friends, connecting emotionally with people. I'm also seeing there might be some news. I'm seeing basically good and bad news with regards to this situation. And there's a lot of courage needed. There's a lot of bravery needed. There's a lot of independent thought needed. There's a need to stay focused no matter what. There might be a need for more confidence. There might be a kind of lack or like an excess for some people. So yeah, I'm seeing for some of you guys, you're asking about doing something that's kind of maybe like you're applying for a job that you're not qualified for, and Spirit's saying, why? Like, why are you doing that? You're probably not going to find it's very fulfilling for you. It might be fulfilling trying to learn it kind of thing, but ultimately you might find that it's not right. But then it also could be something like learning something new and you just might find it's very stressful at moments. You might feel crazy, you might feel stupid, but then you might actually find that it's very satisfying. But yeah, I'm feeling like it might be something that ends up costing you money rather than earning you money, or something that drains your energy in some way. Some of you guys, you might be asking about doing something like on stage. Potentially, and it might be, I'm seeing like a disorganized kind of energy. Chaotic, disorganized energy and a need to be focused. And a need to like bring people together more. I do feel like there's a really positive relationship happening. And it might be friendship or it might be love, but then it just feels like with regards to work and things, there might be a lot of stress. But I'm seeing on a personal level, if you're trying to learn something new for you, especially if it's to share with other people, like if you want to just learn new skills to make yourself more interesting, for example, or like learn languages, I'm seeing that would be very beneficial for you, like to help you connect with more people. But it might cost you quite a lot of money and you might end up feeling like it wasn't really worth it. That's the kind of energy I'm seeing, so please apply it to your situation. I feel like there's a lot of different questions for this one being asked. I feel like this is something that's like maybe unnecessary to do. Like you don't have to do it, maybe. And it feels like there's something to be gained from it, but also maybe something to be lost from doing this. It feels like a risk that you need to think more about. There also might be somebody very mature in the situation and somebody younger, maybe coming together. There could be a marriage or a partnership happening, although it might not last that long, I'm seeing. But for some of you, it's like a need to communicate to kind of correct disappointments within a relationship to make it more harmonious again. But yeah, there's a lot of random things coming through to me, so I hope you guys know which ones resonate for you and which ones don't. The overall message that I'm getting is that this is going to result in something. The overall message I'm getting is that what will happen is that you're going to need to be very brave. You're going to need to be very bold, confident, and you're going to need to be alone, very independent of thought, very independent of mind. You're going to need to learn a lot of new things. It's going to be very stressful. Things might be really weird at times. There is some success to be had, but there's also disappointment and challenges. So I feel like you'll need to be very smart. You'll need to stay focused no matter what and try to find the satisfaction and joy in this situation despite any disappointments. But I hope you enjoyed that group 7. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye. This reading is for you if you chose the Tiger's Eye. Let's see what cards you have. First of all, you have some channeled messages, and you have Brave, Going Far, Perfect, Can't Stop Now, Personal Best, Booming, Better, and Credit. Wow, already looking really good for you guys, whatever you're asking about. It feels like it's already in motion. It feels like it's already on the way, and you just need to be brave and continue. Keep trying, keep going. From the Sacred Destiny Oracle, you have Wonders. Very nice. From the Elemental Oracle, you have Dark Matter, Mystery. From the Light Seers Tarot, you have the Seven of Cups. And the Knight of Cups reversed. From the Modern Witch Tarot, you have the Ace of Pentacles. And the Sun. Very nice. And then from the Mystic Mondays Tarot, you have the King of Wands. And the Ten of Wands. Well, I'm seeing some back-breaking work is required of you guys. Some bravery, some strength, some determination, some motivation. But I'm seeing a lot of success for you. I'm seeing money, I'm seeing happiness, I'm seeing personal fulfillment. I'm seeing you guys reaching personal goals and exceeding your personal best, doing things better than you ever thought you could. Things really booming. I feel like your finances booming. I also feel like opportunities for romance might be booming. You might have a lot of people to choose from, but maybe they're not very serious. Maybe it's not really time to be focused on romance. It feels like your career's really going well, and it feels like you guys are really busy. You might not have time for connecting with people so much, and you might have a lot of people who want to connect with you, but just not the time. I'm seeing potential for if you wait too long trying to make a choice, you might lose an opportunity for love as well. But I feel like for you guys, if that happens, it might just be that you have to just continue with work for now and maybe try and go back to it later, I'm seeing. I'm also seeing there might be like a player involved in the situation. If it's a romantic situation. But overall, it feels better. Everything feels like better and good, and with perfect being here. But there might be some secrets. Maybe somebody has some secrets that they've been keeping. There might be like a secret romance. It might be someone secretly has feelings for you and they want to make an offer, express it to you, and it will make you very happy. And this is someone very committed, if so. But they might need a while to make a choice. I am seeing choices involved in the situation. It doesn't have to be like romantic interests. It could be, what do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with your career? What do you love? What are you passionate about? But with Can't Stop Now, I kind of feel like the decisions that you're trying to make are kind of pointless. It feels like the road is already set out ahead of you. Which is why I feel like if you spend too long making a choice, you might miss the option you wanted and end up with something else. And be so overloaded with it that you can't go back. So I feel like if you guys are at the point where you're trying to choose, just make sure you choose the right thing. Make sure you put your energy into the right thing. But for most of you, I feel like you're already doing it. You can't stop now, you have to keep going. And you're going far, you're going a long way. You're going somewhere better, you're going somewhere really good, really happy. Where this situation is going is happiness, security, stability, comfort. It feels like there is potential for romance, but it just might be blocked by work, like someone's working too hard and they don't have time, or they're just not picking. They're not making the choice to go towards who they really want. They're like second-guessing their choices. I'm seeing someone who's like second-guessing their feelings, not trusting their feelings, and just focusing on money and work. I'm also seeing that this situation, something wonderfully mysterious is going to happen, like something very surprising that is not going to be revealed to you by this reading because Spirit wants it to be a secret. But just know that it's very successful, it's very blessed, it's very positive, it's going to make you very happy. It feels like financially, with credit, better, booming, perfect. It feels like everything's going to be a lot better for you. But also I feel like how you'll feel within yourself will be like the best you've ever felt. Despite the hard work and exhaustion and back-breaking labour that's required of you and the commitment that's required of you, I feel like you're going to be feeling your very best self, living your very best life. Being very abundant, having a lot of options, having choices available to you. So this is a really great reading, guys. I do feel like whatever you're doing, you have to keep going now. You can't stop. So try and stop thinking about all the other options available to you and just take what you're doing now and run with it, I'm seeing. Whether it be love or work, I'm just seeing it's time to commit to what you're doing and stop thinking about all the other options out there. But thank you so much for watching Group 8. I really hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button below and leave me a comment to let me know how it resonated for you. Subscribe if you're new here. I make a lot of content like this. And check out the information in the description box for personal readings, Patreon, PayPal for donations, Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.